Today, we'll take you on a journey through history, starting with the Washington bicentennial quarters from 1776 to 1976, then the iconic crossing the Delaware quarter, and coins honoring incredible women like Maya Angelou and Wilma Mankiller. Stay with us as we uncover their history, designs, and collectible value. This video will keep you hooked until the very last coin. Welcome to USA Old Coins X, your go-to channel for rare and valuable American coins. Washington bicentennial quarter dollar Maya Angelou 2022. This is not just a coin, it is a tribute to a life that inspired millions, a tangible reminder of creativity, resilience, and leadership. From the moment you hold this coin, you are connected to Maya Angelou's timeless legacy, and you are holding a piece of history that is as meaningful as it is beautiful. The Maya Angelou 2022 Washington bicentennial quarter dollar is crafted with precision and care, weighing 5.67 grams, which gives it a satisfying presence in the hand without ever feeling too heavy. Its diameter of 24.26 millimeters is perfectly balanced, allowing collectors and enthusiasts to appreciate the intricacy of the design while maintaining a comfortable size for display or handling. The thickness of 1.75 millimeters adds to its durability, ensuring that this coin will maintain its form and aesthetic appeal for generations to come. Every curve, edge, and engraving has been designed to showcase not only the subject of the coin but also the impeccable craftsmanship that the United States Mint is known for. In terms of composition, the coin is produced using carefully selected metals to ensure long-lasting beauty, resistance to wear, and a stunning finish that catches the light from every angle. The P Mint mark signifies its production at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility renowned for its commitment to quality and attention to detail. For collectors, the Mint mark is more than just a letter, it represents the coin's origin, its journey through the minting process, and ultimately its rarity in the collector's market. Coins from specific mints, especially with limited mintage, often carry a premium value, making this coin not only a work of art but also a smart investment for any serious collector. Beyond its physical characteristics, the Maya Angelou 2022 quarter carries deep historical and cultural significance. Maya Angelou, celebrated worldwide for her poetry, autobiographical works, and unwavering activism, is immortalized on this coin in a way that emphasizes her grace, strength, and enduring influence. Every detail of her portrait has been carefully designed to reflect her dignity and the profound impact she had on society. The imagery surrounding her on the coin serves as a reminder of her contributions to literature, human rights, and the empowerment of marginalized voices. Owning this coin is akin to holding a symbol of progress and inspiration, a connection to one of the greatest figures of modern history. For collectors, the Washington bicentennial quarter dollar Maya Angelou 2022 is a treasure that combines rarity, historical importance, and investment potential. Limited production, exquisite craftsmanship, and the universal appeal of honoring a legendary figure make this coin highly sought after in the numismatic community. Every collector who acquires this coin is not just obtaining a piece of currency, they are securing a piece of cultural heritage that will appreciate in both monetary and historical value over time. This is a coin that sparks conversation, admiration, and a sense of pride in owning a piece of American history. What makes this coin even more captivating is the story it tells beyond its metal and design. Each detail, from its precise dimensions to the fine engraving of Maya Angelou's portrait, reflects the meticulous planning and artistry that goes into creating a coin worthy of being part of a collection. It is not just a collectible, it is a celebration of achievement, resilience, and the power of words. Displaying this coin in your collection is like displaying a legacy, a reminder of how one individual's life can inspire generations. Now, for those who have been following this journey closely and are eager to know the coin's worth, the Washington bicentennial quarter dollar Maya Angelou 2022 is currently valued at $45,000. The Washington bicentennial quarter dollar 1776 to 1976. This coin is more than a collectible, it is a tangible celebration of the birth of a nation, a tribute to the founding principles, and a piece of history that connects us directly to the spirit of 1776. Holding this coin is like holding a bridge across time, linking the struggles, triumphs, and dreams of the past with the present and future of the United States. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter is designed with exceptional precision, weighing 5.67 grams, giving it a solid feel that conveys both quality and importance. Its diameter of 24.26 millimeters allows collectors to fully appreciate the intricate details of the design, from the depiction of Washington on the obverse to the symbolic reverse that celebrates the nation's 200th anniversary. At a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, this coin is robust and durable, preserving its sharp details and aesthetic beauty for generations. Every curve, line, and engraved detail reflects the meticulous craftsmanship of the United States Mint, ensuring that this coin is not just a currency but a work of art that commemorates a pivotal moment in history. The coin's composition was carefully chosen to ensure longevity, resistance to wear, and a brilliant finish that highlights the detailed designs. The P Mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility with a long-standing reputation for precision, quality, and historical significance. Mint marks are more than just letters. They symbolize the coin's origin and authenticity and often impact its rarity and value in the collector's market. For collectors, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter represents a perfect combination of historical significance, artistry, and limited production, making it one of the most sought-after quarters for serious numismatists. Beyond its physical features, the bicentennial quarter carries immense historical significance. It commemorates the 200th anniversary of the United States, a nation founded on the principles of liberty, equality, and self-determination. Every detail of the coin, from Washington's dignified portrait to the reverse design highlighting the nation's unity and progress, tells a story of courage, resilience, and the enduring spirit of the American people. Owning this coin is not merely about collecting, it is about preserving a tangible piece of national history, celebrating the legacy of those who fought for independence, and honoring the nation's journey through 2 centuries of growth and achievement. Collectors understand that the Washington Bicentennial Quarter 1776 to 1976 is not only a tribute to history but also a highly valuable and rare coin. Its limited mintage, historical importance, and exquisite craftsmanship make it highly desirable among numismatists. Coins like this combine scarcity, aesthetic beauty, and profound historical meaning, offering both emotional and financial value. Displaying this coin in a collection conveys respect for history, admiration for artistry, and an appreciation for the events and people that shaped the United States. It is a centerpiece that sparks discussion, admiration, and pride for anyone who owns it. The artistry of this coin is remarkable. Every element, from the intricate detailing of George Washington's portrait to the symbolic reverse celebrating the nation's bicentennial, demonstrates the Mint's commitment to excellence. The relief, textures, and contours highlight both the historical and artistic value, allowing collectors to admire the coin not only as currency but also as a miniature work of art. Examining the coin closely reveals the care and creativity that went into capturing the essence of 200 years of American history in such a small but significant piece. Now, for those eager to know its market value, the Washington Bicentennial Quarter $1776 to 1976 is currently valued at $130,000, reflecting its rarity, historical significance, and immense appeal to collectors around the world. If you own coins like this or want insights into the value of your collection, comment below because USA Old Coins X is always ready to provide detailed information, valuations, and fascinating stories behind America's most extraordinary coins. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your thoughts so we can continue exploring the rarest, most valuable, and historically meaningful coins from the United States and beyond. The Washington Bicentennial Quarter Dollar crossing the Delaware 2021. From the very first glance, this coin is more than just currency. It is a tribute to courage, strategy, and the pivotal moments that shaped the United States. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that immortalizes General George Washington as he led his troops across the icy waters of the Delaware River, a daring move that changed the course of the Revolutionary War. Every detail of this coin brings history to life, making it a must-have for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The Washington Bicentennial Quarter Dollar crossing the Delaware 2021 is designed with precision and craftsmanship that reflects both aesthetic beauty and numismatic quality. Weighing 5.67 grams, it sits perfectly in the hand, substantial enough to feel significant, yet comfortable for display or examination. Its diameter of 24.26 millimeters ensures a balanced presence, allowing collectors to admire every engraved detail, from the frozen waves of the river to the determined stance of Washington on the boat. At a thickness of 1.75 millimeters, the coin feels robust and durable, designed to last for generations while retaining its sharp, pristine features. Every curve and contour tells a story, inviting anyone who holds it to appreciate the artistry behind its creation. The coin's composition is carefully selected to provide longevity, shine, and a beautiful finish that highlights every intricate detail of the design. The P Mint mark indicates that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility renowned for its high-quality coin production and exacting standards. For collectors, the Mint mark is more than just a letter, it's a symbol of authenticity, a marker of origin, and a factor that often influences rarity and value. Coins with certain mint marks, especially limited editions like this one, are highly sought after because they carry a story of their own, a journey from concept to a collector's hand, beyond the specifications. The crossing the Delaware Quarter carries immense historical significance. The design commemorates Washington's audacious Christmas night crossing in 1776, a turning point in the Revolutionary War that led to a decisive victory at the Battle of Trenton. This coin does more than honor Washington, it honors leadership, strategy, and the bold actions that define the United States' founding moments. Every engraving, every detail on the coin, is a tribute to courage and perseverance, connecting modern collectors with the bravery of the past. For those who cherish history, this coin is like holding a tangible piece of the Revolutionary era, where every glance tells a story of resilience and triumph. Collectors recognize that the Washington Bicentennial Quarter Dollar crossing the Delaware 2021 is not only a visual masterpiece but also a valuable addition to any collection. Its limited mintage, historical significance, and intricate design make it highly desirable. Investors and enthusiasts understand that coins like this combine artistic appeal, scarcity, and historical importance, creating a unique opportunity to own something that is simultaneously beautiful, meaningful, and financially valuable. Displaying this coin is more than showing wealth, it's sharing a story, a legacy, and a tangible connection to pivotal moments in American history. The craftsmanship behind this coin is evident in every detail. From the icy waves beneath Washington's boat to the determined expressions of his men, the designers ensured that each element captures the drama, determination, and urgency of that historic night. The fine lines, crisp relief, and polished surfaces demonstrate the United States Mint's commitment to quality, making this quarter not just a coin but a piece of art that resonates with history lovers and collectors alike. Every angle reveals new details, encouraging close inspection and appreciation of both artistry and historical storytelling. Finally, for those who are eager to know its worth, the Washington Bicentennial Quarter Dollar crossing the Delaware 2021 commands a remarkable price of $60,000. Top 4. The year 1965 was not just another year in American history, it was a turning point. A year when silver disappeared from everyday pocket change, when the sound of coins clinking together changed forever, and when the familiar Washington quarter entered a bold new era. Today, we are diving deep into the story of the United States of America Washington Quarter Dollar 1965, a coin that many people overlook, yet one that hides incredible value and fascinating history behind its simple appearance. Stay with me, because this ordinary-looking quarter might just change the way you look at your spare change forever. The Washington Quarter Dollar was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse proudly displays the left-facing portrait of George Washington, strong and dignified, symbolizing leadership and resilience. On the reverse, we see the majestic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, representing both strength and peace. But by 1965, something dramatic happened that would forever separate earlier quarters from this one. The 1965 Washington quarter marked the beginning of the clad coinage era in the United States. Due to rising silver prices and a nationwide coin shortage, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965. This law removed silver from circulating dimes and quarters. Unlike earlier quarters made of 90% silver, the 1965 quarter was struck using a copper-nickel clad composition. This means the outer layers are 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. If you look closely at the edge of the coin, you can actually see the copper stripe, a small but powerful sign that this coin represents a new chapter in American minting history. Now let's talk about the physical details that define this historic coin. The 1965 Washington quarter weighs exactly 5.67 grams. Its diameter measures 24.26 millimeters, giving it that familiar size we all recognize. The thickness of the coin is 1.75 millimeters, solid and durable in the hand. These precise measurements were carefully maintained to ensure vending machines and coin-operated systems would continue functioning smoothly despite the change in metal composition. Even though the silver was gone, the size and weight standards remained consistent with previous issues. One of the most interesting details about the 1965 quarter is its mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. In 1965, 1966, and 1967, the United States Mint removed mint marks from all coins to discourage collectors from hoarding specific mint varieties during the coin shortage. That means no matter where your 1965 quarter was produced, whether in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, you will not find a mint mark on it. This decision makes the coin unique in American numismatic history and adds an extra layer of intrigue for collectors. Production numbers were enormous. Hundreds of millions of these quarters were struck to meet public demand. Because of this high mintage, most 1965 quarters found in circulation today are worth only face value. However, condition changes everything. Coins preserved in uncirculated condition, especially those with strong luster and minimal contact marks, can command impressive premiums. Even more valuable are rare error varieties, such as doubled dies or coins accidentally struck on silver planchets left over from 1964. These transitional errors are extremely rare and highly sought after by serious collectors. Imagine discovering that your ordinary-looking quarter was accidentally struck on a 90% silver planchet intended for the previous year. These rare transitional error coins weigh slightly more than the standard 5.67 grams and lack the visible copper edge. When authenticated and graded by professional services, such coins can reach astonishing auction results. That is why collectors carefully weigh and inspect 1965 quarters, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure among everyday change, beyond its monetary value. The 1965 Washington quarter represents a powerful shift in American economic history. It reflects a time when metal markets influenced national policy, when the government had to adapt quickly to protect circulating coinage. This quarter symbolizes practicality over tradition, marking the end of the silver era and the beginning of modern clad coin production that continues to this day. For collectors, this coin offers multiple layers of interest: historical significance, composition change, the mystery of missing mint marks, and the excitement of potential error varieties. It reminds us that even common coins can carry extraordinary stories. Sometimes, the value of a coin is not just in its metal, but in the history it represents and the rare possibilities it holds. And now, let's talk about the number everyone is waiting for. While most 1965 Washington quarters are worth only 25 cents in circulation, a rare transitional error struck on a silver planchet in exceptional condition has reached auction values as high as $250,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $250,000. So check your pockets, examine your coin jars, and never underestimate the power of a single quarter. If you have a 1965 Washington quarter, weigh it, inspect the edge, and you might just be holding a small piece of history worth a fortune. Top 5. There are some coins that quietly pass through millions of hands, and then there are coins that carry a hidden story powerful enough to shake the entire numismatic world. The United States of America Washington quarter dollar 1966 is one of those coins. At first glance, it looks ordinary, just another quarter jingling in your pocket. But when you step into its history, its design, and the rare possibilities behind it, you realize this small piece of metal represents one of the most dramatic transitions in American coinage history. We're uncovering everything about the 1966 Washington quarter, and by the end of this story, you may never look at your spare change the same way again. The Washington quarter design itself dates back to 1932, created by John Flanagan to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. On the obverse, we see the familiar left-facing portrait of Washington, strong, composed, and symbolic of leadership. The word Liberty arches above his head, while "In God We Trust" appears to the left, and the date 1966 rests proudly at the bottom. Flip the coin over, and the reverse features a powerful heraldic eagle with wings fully spread, clutching arrows and olive branches beneath the inscription United States of America and quarter dollar. It is a classic American design, bold, patriotic, and instantly recognizable. Now let's talk about the precise physical details of this coin. The 1966 Washington quarter weighs exactly 5.67 grams. Its diameter measures 24.26 millimeters, giving it that perfectly balanced size Americans were already accustomed to. The thickness comes in at 1.75 millimeters, providing durability and consistency for everyday commerce. Even though the metal composition had changed just 1 year earlier in 1965, the Mint carefully maintained these specifications so that vending machines and coin-operated devices across the country would continue to function without disruption. The composition of the 1966 quarter is copper-nickel clad. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. This sandwich-style structure replaced the traditional 90% silver composition used before 1965. If you examine the edge of a 1966 quarter, you will notice the visible copper stripe, a clear sign that this coin belongs to the clad era rather than the earlier silver generation. This change came after the Coinage Act of 1965, which aimed to solve the nationwide coin shortage caused by rising silver prices and public hoarding. One of the most fascinating features of the 1966 quarter is its mint mark, or more accurately, the complete absence of one. During 1965, 1966, and 1967, the United States Mint removed mint marks from all circulating coins. This unusual decision was made to discourage collectors from pulling specific mint varieties out of circulation during the coin shortage crisis. As a result, no matter where your 1966 quarter was produced, whether in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, you will not find a mint mark anywhere on the coin. This 3-year period without mint marks remains a unique chapter in U.S. numismatic history. In terms of mintage, the numbers were enormous. Hundreds of millions of 1966 quarters were struck to satisfy public demand. Because of this high production, most examples found in circulation today are worth only face value. However, condition plays a major role in the coin's market value. Uncirculated coins with strong original mint luster, sharp details in Washington's hair, and crisp eagle feathers can command significant premiums among collectors. Coins graded at the highest mint state levels by professional grading services become especially desirable, but here's where the story becomes truly exciting. Rare error varieties of the 1966 Washington quarter have stunned collectors at auction. Transitional errors, coins accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets from earlier years, are extraordinarily rare but highly valuable. These error coins typically weigh slightly more than the standard 5.67 grams and lack the copper-colored edge stripe. When authenticated and preserved in exceptional condition, such pieces can achieve breathtaking auction results. Other valuable errors include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and other minting anomalies that occurred during high-speed production. Beyond its potential financial value, the 1966 Washington quarter represents resilience and adaptation in American history. It tells the story of a nation adjusting to economic pressure, shifting away from precious metals in everyday currency while maintaining public confidence. It stands as a symbol of modernization in U.S. coinage, a bridge between the silver past and the clad future that continues today. Collectors appreciate this coin not just for what it is, but for what it represents. It's a reminder that even in years of massive production, rare treasures can still exist. Sometimes the most ordinary coins carry the most extraordinary possibilities. That is why checking your change, examining details carefully, and understanding mint history can transform a simple quarter into a thrilling discovery. And now for the moment everyone waits for. While most 1966 Washington quarters remain worth just 25 cents in everyday circulation, a rare silver transitional error or exceptional high-grade specimen has reached astonishing auction levels, climbing as high as $240,000. $240,000 for a single quarter. So before you spend that next coin, take a closer look. The next life-changing discovery might already be sitting in your pocket. Top 6. There are coins that shout for attention, and then there are coins that whisper their secrets only to those who truly listen. The United States of America Washington quarter dollar 1971 is one of those quiet storytellers. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary piece of change, something you might use for parking meters or vending machines. But behind that familiar design lies a powerful connection to American history, economic change, and the thrilling possibility of hidden treasure. We are taking a deep dive into the 1971 Washington quarter, and by the end of this journey, you may find yourself checking every quarter that passes through your hands. The Washington Quarter series began in 1932, created to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features a dignified left-facing portrait of the first President of the United States. Above his head is the word Liberty, while "In God We Trust" appears to the left, and the date 1971 is proudly displayed below. Turn the coin over, and you will see the classic heraldic eagle with wings fully spread, clutching arrows and olive branches. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar frame the design, along with E pluribus unum above the eagle. This bold and patriotic artwork remained unchanged in 1971, continuing a tradition that Americans had trusted for decades. Now let's examine the precise physical details of this coin. The 1971 Washington quarter weighs exactly 5.67 grams. Its diameter measures 24.26 millimeters, giving it that consistent size recognized across generations. The thickness is 1.75 millimeters, ensuring durability for daily circulation. Even as the composition of U.S. coins shifted in the mid-1960s, these measurements remained steady so that machines and cash registers nationwide could function without disruption. Every fraction of a gram and millimeter was carefully controlled by the United States Mint. Speaking of composition, the 1971 quarter is struck in copper-nickel clad. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. This layered construction replaced the 90% silver composition that ended in 1964. If you look closely at the edge of a 1971 quarter, you will clearly see the copper stripe running through the middle, the unmistakable signature of the clad era. This composition made the coin more economical to produce while maintaining strength and longevity in circulation, unlike the coins from 1965 through 1967, which carried no mint marks at all. The 1971 quarter once again displays mint marks. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint typically show no mint mark during this period, while those from the Denver Mint carry a small D mint mark on the obverse, to the right of Washington's ponytail. Additionally, special proof versions were produced at the San Francisco Mint, bearing an S mint mark and featuring mirror-like fields with frosted details. These proof coins were specially made for collectors and were never intended for everyday circulation. In terms of mintage, the numbers for 1971 were substantial. Hundreds of millions of quarters were produced to meet the needs of a growing economy. Because of this high production, most circulated examples remain worth face value today. However, condition makes all the difference. Coins that have never entered circulation and still display full mint luster can command higher premiums. High-grade specimens graded by professional services, especially those with sharp details in Washington's hair and fully defined eagle feathers, are much more desirable to collectors. Era coins add another exciting layer to the story. Some 1971 quarters exhibit double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or other minting anomalies. These errors occurred during high-speed production and can significantly increase a coin's value. Collectors carefully examine the lettering, date, and design elements under magnification, searching for slight doubling or unusual characteristics that set a coin apart from the ordinary. While rare, these error coins are proof that even a common year can hide extraordinary surprises. Beyond the numbers and technical details, the 1971 Washington quarter reflects an America in transition. The early 1970s were marked by economic shifts, cultural change, and global challenges. This coin quietly circulated during that transformative era, passing through the hands of millions of Americans. It witnessed everyday purchases, road trips, and moments of history, all while carrying the timeless image of George Washington as a symbol of unity and stability. For collectors, the beauty of the 1971 quarter lies in its accessibility and its hidden potential. It reminds us that collecting is not always about ancient or silver coins. Sometimes, modern clad coins can hold remarkable value, especially in pristine condition or rare error form. The thrill comes from the search, from inspecting each coin carefully and wondering if this might be the one that stands out from the rest. And now we come to the moment you've been waiting for. While most 1971 Washington quarters remain worth just 25 cents in circulation, certain rare high-grade examples or exceptional error varieties have achieved auction prices reaching as high as $40,000. $40,000 for a single quarter. That is the power of condition, rarity, and keen observation. So before you spend your next quarter, take a closer look. The next remarkable discovery might already be resting in your pocket, waiting for you to recognize its true worth. Top 7. Some coins don't just represent money, they represent a moment in time. The United States of America Washington quarter $1981 may look like an ordinary coin resting quietly in your pocket, but behind its familiar design lies a fascinating story of production challenges, collector demand, and rare high-grade treasures that have stunned the numismatic world. We're exploring every detail of the 1981 Washington quarter, from its specifications to its hidden value, and by the end of this journey, you may feel inspired to take a closer look at every quarter you own. The Washington quarter design had already been part of American life for nearly 50 years by 1981. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, the coin features the classic left-facing portrait designed by John Flanagan. On the obverse, Liberty appears boldly above Washington's head, with "In God We Trust" placed to the left, and the date 1981 positioned at the bottom. Turn the coin over, and you will see the powerful heraldic eagle with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and olive branches beneath the words United States of America and quarter dollar, along with E pluribus unum above the eagle. Even in 1981, this timeless patriotic design remained strong and instantly recognizable. Now let's focus on the precise physical specifications of the 1981 quarter. The coin weighs exactly 5.67 grams, maintaining the standard set during the clad era. Its diameter measures 24.26 millimeters, giving it the consistent size Americans were accustomed to in everyday transactions. The thickness is 1.75 millimeters, providing durability and strength for circulation. These measurements were carefully controlled by the United States Mint to ensure compatibility with vending machines, parking meters, and banking systems across the country. In terms of composition, the 1981 Washington quarter is made of copper nickel clad. The outer layers consist of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. If you examine the edge of the coin, you will notice the visible copper stripe running through the center, a defining feature of clad coinage that replaced the earlier 90% silver composition in 1965. This layered construction made the coin cost-effective to produce while remaining durable enough for heavy circulation. When it comes to mint marks, the 1981 quarter was struck at multiple facilities. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint traditionally carried no mint mark during this era, while those struck at the Denver Mint feature a small D mint mark on the obverse, to the right of Washington's ponytail. In addition, proof coins were produced at the San Francisco Mint and display an S mint mark. These proof versions were specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets, resulting in mirror-like surfaces and frosted design details that stand out beautifully under light point. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1981 Washington quarter is its mintage context. While millions were produced for circulation, this year saw comparatively lower mintages than some earlier decades. Because of economic conditions and changes in coin demand, fewer uncirculated rolls were saved by the public. As a result, finding high-grade mint state examples today can be more challenging than many collectors expect. Coins with strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp detailing in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers are especially desirable. Era varieties also add excitement to the 1981 quarter series. Collectors search for double die obverse, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other minting anomalies that occurred during production. Even subtle doubling in the lettering or date can significantly increase a coin's value when authenticated by professional grading services. These small imperfections, created during high-speed minting, transform an everyday coin into a rare collectible treasure. Beyond the technical details, the 1981 Washington quarter represents America during a dynamic period of economic transition. The early 1980s were marked by inflation concerns, shifting markets, and renewed national optimism. This coin circulated through grocery stores, gas stations, and countless daily transactions, quietly witnessing history while carrying the enduring image of George Washington, a symbol of stability and leadership. For collectors, the beauty of the 1981 quarter lies in its balance between accessibility and rarity. While most examples remain worth face value in circulated condition, pristine uncirculated coins and rare proof or error varieties can command impressive premiums. The thrill of coin collecting often comes from discovering that something ordinary can become extraordinary under the right circumstances, and now, the moment everyone waits for. While the majority of 1981 Washington quarters are worth just 25 cents in everyday use, a rare high-grade specimen or exceptional error coin has achieved auction prices reaching as high as $145,000. $145,000 for a single quarter. That incredible figure proves that sometimes the smallest pieces of history can carry the greatest rewards. So take a closer look at your change, examine the details carefully, and remember, hidden value might already be in your hands.